Yes, this is Mr. Controversy, and this is the infamous three-point conversion station. Keep it locked.
Yes, we are back inside the three-point conversion sports lounge. It's another beautiful Saturday morning, and we're talking sports. What else is better? It's your man, your host, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Yes, and doing it big today. Like I said, we're having a great time, or we're going to have a great time. My co-host, my partner in crime, the intellectual, is not in. He's moving. Hate that. But of course, I had to bring in the superstar. You know who it is. My man, H.O. What's going on, baby?
What's up, Atlanta? Glad to be back again. Saturday morning. Had to make my own coffee. Of course, you know why.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts, man. But it's another great day. We got G on the ones and twos. I guess if you want to say that. He'll be on the ones and twos later on. But he's controlling the ones and twos, acting like he's working right now. That's why he don't want to be in the picture if y'all looking on Facebook Live. Also, we got Miss Crystal Dayan looking like she's taking beauty shots. I don't know if she's smiling, looking in the camera. I don't know what she's doing.
Got her glasses on today.
Got her glasses on.
She
looking stylish.
She fly
Got
with
the
it
1980ish type hairstyle. I see you. But anyway, like I said, it's a great day, man. Another fun day for sports, man. It's Saturday. And we're
football
in September. So college football. You know, some good games. Also, we're going to talk NFL football. We started off the season on Thursday. We will get into that. But it don't even matter if it's big games or not on Sunday. It's the first game of the week. We're just happy the NFL is back. That's what it's all about. Also, we're going to talk some tennis. Serena Williams is going for history. And can she do it? She got called out, but we'll talk about that. Who else? What else we talking about, man? Baseball. Atlanta Braves, baseball. Man. What's going on with them, man?
Bases loaded.
Think they got? Did they get cheated yesterday? Everybody was talking about that, man. I tried to hit you up, man. Last night I saw that, but we're going to talk about that and the Dodgers. Then we got quick hits. What's on our mind? Stop it. So much to get into, man. Let's make sure you let your family know they can listen to the show on 1100 AM. The Real. Locally in Atlanta on Atlanta Radio. Also, they can listen to it on iHeartRadio, Radio Now, TuneIn Radio, 1100, The Real. So, it's time to get into these quick hits. Let's get it. And of course, we appreciate Sharon Beats. And as we stated last week, the Atlanta Dream is not in the WNBA Finals. They lost Game 5. We mentioned that because we're in Atlanta. But the finals still went on. And in the WNBA Finals, Seattle Storm defeated the Washington Mystics 81-63 in Game 1. Man, Seattle seems tough. H.O., what's your thoughts, man? WNBA Finals, man. It's been getting good this year.
Listen, man, the injury to Della Dunn knee, it's affecting her. Not really 100%. Brianna Stewart, man, it is what it is. I mean, she's beasting. Listen, don't be surprised if this ends quickly.
You think?
Yeah, don't be surprised if it ends quickly. Last night I saw Della Dunn shoot off one leg like dirt.
She a beast.
So I know I'm like, she might not be 100%.
Yeah. But she's a beast. And to watch her and Brianna Stewart, those two are like fundamentally sound. Brianna Stewart, man, like she a beast.
Della Dunn on there at 10 points last.
Yeah, so she hurting, but she giving it her all. Moving on. We're going to stick with the, before we get into the women, U.S. Open, we're going to start with Juan Man Del Porto. Will face Novak Djokovic on Sunday evening for the U.S. Open Finals. Rafael Nadal, everybody was getting on him because he quit, I guess. He was losing and he said his hammy was hurting or whatever he said. But, bro, you was getting toasted. Let it go.
Uh-oh, G about to
what
say
you got,
something.
G?
He lost the first 2 sets. He's like, I'm not trying to go through all this to win the next 3. I'm tired. I'm done.
Because didn't he have a long match like previous match? I think
so. I think he's had a couple of 5 set.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but he called you know what? I'm done. My leg hurt. No, bro. So, anyway, we'll see that happen. And then today, Miss Serena Williams, as I spoke of earlier, she will face Miss Naomi Osaka.
She asked for it too.
Yeah. She, but I don't think, you know how we are. We see that's that school mentality, dog. We hear that. Oh, you hear that? And all she was saying was because she said it earlier. She always wanted to play Serena. Serena was like, since she was a kid, I was like, man, Serena's old, but I'm getting old for her to say that. But she said ever since a kid, that was her dream to play Serena in the final. So I don't even think it was like that, but. You know, you say that, Serena got to call. Oh, she called for you fighting where she didn't mean it like that. She was just saying she would love to play against her favorite tennis player. Moving on. Speaking of moving on, man, Shohei Ohtani doesn't want to have this Tommy John surgery. It looks like he said he will make a decision, to towards the end of the season if he's going to get the surgery or not.
Right.
But he still hit a 3-run home run as a DH. Dude is a beast.
Listen, he's hit 4 home runs in the last 8 games. Excuse me. Last 8 at bats.
8 at bats.
Not games,
right.
but 8 at bats. So, listen, the Angels are 19 games out of first. Are you just going to turn them into a DH? Or are you still going to try to do this split pitcher thing because he got 19 home runs?
But he was beasting and pitching too.
Well, I think he was a 4-2 G or 5-2.
4-2.
4-2. I mean,
like 60 innings.
Yeah, that's not a lot of,
But if he's 4-2, and you can do both. I feel you.
And 19 games out of first.
No. I'm saying right now, I think I sit him down.
It would affect him like pitching,
right?
But as far as hitting,
it would.
Well, if they're not in the playoff race, then
I agree. You sit him down, but at some point,
but he's going to miss the entire next season.
That's my point. So, are you just go make him a DH? Because if you just make him a DH, it doesn't. The Tommy John says it don't matter,
right? But it depends on if they think they're going to be a contender next year. Because if they're not.
I got more information on that in our baseball.
Okay.
So that'll answer that.
Okay, we'll get into that. Moving on. Sticking with baseball, the Cleveland Indians are playing this weekend series against the Toronto Blue Jays. No biggie, right? Cleveland is beasting. I think they up by like
15 and a half.
100 games.
Yeah, 115 and a half.
But what the difference in this series will be that they will not have the logo Chief Wahoo on their jersey during this series.
Right.
Your thoughts on that?
I mean, based on last week and how they keep hitting the ball, maybe they knocked it off of the jersey. I mean, because listen, they 15 and a half games up. And I think at this particular point, it's about time that however they're going to choose to deal with the logo or not deal with the logo, I think people really need to start paying attention to the Cleveland Indians for real because they have some masters. Francisco Lindor, the leadoff hitter, 30 home runs, 7 leadoff home runs this year.
Hey, I told people before the season, one team I'm scared of are the Indians.
Yeah,
I don't like.
And we, you know how we talk last week about
all the
Ramirez, right?
and all of them, right?
And where you gonna play?
Where you gonna play
doesn't matter.
I don't know.
So my thing is,
everybody trying to go with this Golden State Warriors team. Everybody trying to stack up that team.
Man, they got some sticks, bro.
Moving on, the Basketball Hall of Fame welcome its newest inductees on Friday, highlighted by Ray Allen, Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Mo Cheeks. We got to give Mo Cheeks his due.
Yep.
And Steve Nash. Now, Ray Allen came out. First of all, he came out and he really talked about the 08 Celtics, how he missed them and all of that good stuff. But he also said that Rondo wasn't passing him the ball either. Said that's when he noticed in the Celtics, and he asked Doc, and Doc said, yeah, we noticed that. So that's what's going on. But he's talking about doing a sequel. He said he talked to Spike about doing a sequel of He Got Game. Do you think that would sell?
Man. Probably not to the millennials, but the old school will probably watch it. Mm-hmm. Maybe on the Fire Stick or something, but I'm not sure if it's going to sell in the
to me, if I see it, it'll be Uncle Drew 2 or something.
Yeah.
He's too old.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
want to see the old player back. Unless he's trying to make a comeback.
Now, if Denzel comes back, it may make a little difference. Right. Maybe have a bigger role.
Right.
Well, I don't know. But I guess he's out of jail now, so we'll figure it out as far as being
he
his
is
father.
out of jail. Yeah, that's right.
So we'll see. If he's in it, then maybe so. But shout out to the class of 2018, Ray Allen, Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd. Obviously, they did their thing. Yeah, Steve Nash as well. And next year's don't look too well.
I saw a question. Who's more likely to get in, Stephon Marbury or Chris Webber? Do either of them deserve to be in?
Okay, now he was about to get whoever was about to get a stop it, but I understand because Stephon Marbury went to China and he did his thing. I
think
Webber hadn't been in for a while. He's been eligible for like 2 years, I think.
But I think what happens is that the NBA includes your college career.
Right.
And I think that's the big holdup with Chris Webber.
But in college, he was an All-American.
I
went to the Final Four twice. I mean, he was only there 2 years, but he did a lot in those 2 years.
Yeah, and got banned from the school for 20 years.
I mean, because Grant Hill, he had a great college career, but his NBA career, like after the first 5 years,
but I think
and he played 19.
But I think that's why you put the college too, because he had a great college career, and then combined with the fight, and they knew it was kind of like we knew what he could have been. If Tracy McGrady was getting in, you definitely had to put Grant Hill in.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you definitely had to put him in.
They almost like the first family to basketball, if you really look at it.
So you had to put Grant Hill in, man, and then look, if you want to be technical, look at the contributions. I mean, he's with the Hawks now.
Roommate with Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
I mean,
he got so many. Yeah. Anyway, last but not least, man, Florida International football players. Shout out to them, man. Redshirt freshman, running back Anthony Jones, and redshirt freshman O-lineman Mershawn Miller were both shot in a drive-by shooting. I think it was in Florida. And Miller has been released, while Jones, who is the nephew of NFL running back Dalvin Cook, is still in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So that's good, but they're just keeping him, whatever. But there's really nothing to say. It's just, like I said, it's sad.
Just prayers, and you just hope that they come out of this thing, recovered well and things of that nature. Just they still doing drive-by?
Bruh, I thought that was over.
I mean,
it's Florida.
Okay, on a lighter note, like I said, I thought you could do stuff like that, like through the internet or something.
I mean, they still doing drive-by?
That's horrible, man. But anyway,
man up.
Oh, and hold on, we got some breaking news. I guess it ain't that, but wow, guard Jabari Bird, arrested in domestic incident for kidnapping, assault, and strangling.
Oh, another thing about Rafael Nadal, he did not want to face Djokovic again.
Yeah.
He already lost to him in Wilmington this year.
All right.
The future wasn't looking bright.
We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Hello, I'm Crystal Dayon, and this is your Sports News Break. Last night in Arizona, the Atlanta Braves fell just short to the Diamondbacks, 5-3 after a late rally in the 8th inning. Johan Camacho went 3 for 5, including his 17th home run and the pair of RBI. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Mets 4-3. Braves have a 2-game lead in the division. The Atlanta Falcons received a big blow after safety Keanu Neal tore his ACL in Thursday night's loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. He will be out for the remainder of the season. Number 3 ranked Georgia Bulldogs are on the road in a big matchup today versus 24th ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. Both teams are 1-0. Also, 1-0 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets travel to Florida to play the 1-0 South Florida Eagles. Make sure to follow the 3-Point Conversion for all your major sports news updates. It's where fans' opinions matter.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Hey, what's going on? It's your man Terrell Thomas. We out here right now. Big up, shout out to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here with my man H.O. in the building.
You already know.
And this next segment, the hot topic, is brought to you by Cindy Cuts Barbershop, located on 3000 Chapel Hill Road, Suite 206, Douglasville, Georgia. Great barbershop. Great barbershop. Brotherhood, unity. Sports talking. Talk about everything. Women, everything. Barbershop you want to know.
Whoa.
Good stuff. It only stays at that barbershop. We don't have nobody coming in there leaking stuff and anything like that. Everybody can cut. No empty
chairs.
No empty chairs.
Hey.
That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that barber sitting in the chair just chilling, eating the ribs. It ain't like because everybody's cutting. I
guess I done outgrew that.
What?
And shout out to Cindy Cuz. I'm sure they do a great job. But I guess, coming up in Atlanta and things of that nature, I essentially got me a personal barber where.
But you ain't nobody got to be a superstar. Like you. You know what I'm saying? But
I can't even tell you the last time I've been to a barbershop.
You got to go there, bro, because it's not it's that type of barbershop. People come up there, man, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking mess. It's fun. But it's just a good vibe there, man. And shout out to Dwayne Chambers, aka Baby Powder. Check him out on Instagram at Simha the Barber, SIMHATHEBARBER. And then shout out to my man Frank, who's holding it down. Frank, you're gonna get knocked out. Gonna get drilled in that fantasy football this weekend, son. But anyway, speaking of football, the hot topic, what we're talking today is first the Le'Veon situation. Le'Veon Bell, he hadn't reported yet. I haven't heard anything yet. It was rumors that he might come in today. He kept saying he's going to be here right before the season.
Got to get his game checked. Got to come today.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be there today, but there's a lot of people mad at him, man. the offensive lineman, Villanueva, especially the offensive lineman came out. All
Foster,
Pouncey. Quickly, what is your thought? How do you feel about them coming out? And then I guess you can, talk about the Le'Veon situation in itself.
I think that if you are so-called family, if you're in this family, you're a locker room family, and one of your brothers are in negotiation trying to get his situation squared up, then I think it's a no comment rule. We family. Mm-hmm. You keep it inside of the locker room. You basically just put all of your family business to the world. Just keep it in house. You don't speak on, the what's going on. He should have been. You never should have said anything. Just stay quiet.
You know what it is? Usually a football team follow your leaders, right? And I'm not saying this guy is a leader as far as speaking, talking to the team. I don't think so, but he's a leader in as far as what he does on the field. And when you see him do something, you're going to follow. And I'm talking about Antonio Brown. When Antonio Brown, when he came out and he came out in preseason or before preseason during training camp, and he said something to the effect of, when your other teammates or whatever, when everybody's not here and everybody's not on one accord and they're selfish. He said something like that. And I remember I said something like, "Yo, why is he saying that? Why is he doing that? Right. Like, you're the leader, bruh. What?" And now look at everybody else. Now AB is trying to be the peacemaker. He's saying things like, "Well, when you're your own, when everyone's not here and it's divided, and it's not good." Ooh, I was about to say something, bruh. You was.
Well, yeah, Antonio Brown might be the wrong guy to say something like that, but like you said, it should be something that's kept in house. Right. Because now what the linemen have come out and said, that's what makes it worse. Like, these are the guys that block for you,
exactly,
and I'm sure he's treated them well, when he's had these great seasons, but for them to come out and say, well, he already makes 7 times more than me.
Come on, man.
Like, you're not looking at the other side of it, which is basically we've talked about this for years and years, how running backs have been treated as far as how much they get paid. They're getting paid for the position, not for what they're actually worth to the team.
And he came out and said that was his focus. He was like, I'm not even just doing this for me. He was like, I'm looking at running backs now, the running back position. We've been treated horribly.
I was listening to a show the other day, and there's someone who said, like, how does Todd Gurley get that huge contract when he hasn't even some people may think he hasn't caught up to Le'Veon Bell as far as how good he actually is. He's had 2 good years out of 3 years,
right,
while Le'Veon Bell has had at least 4 good years.
Well, that's easy because Le'Veon is playing with Big Ben, AB, everybody he's playing with are like past their rookie contracts, whereas LA, Goff is in his rookie contract. You have so many people. That's the biggest where you can pay Le'Veon that money. They even said it itself. They said when they signed Gurley, they were like, it was good that Goff is still in his rookie contract that we can do this.
But to G's point is Gurley hasn't caught up with the value of the position that.
Right. No, I agree.
That
like
Bear
he's
has.
one of those that's getting paid for what he can do in the future.
Right.
While a lot other running backs are getting paid for what they've already done, and they may fall off a cliff.
But then again, now just on the other side, when you have Case Keenum as your quarterback with a Jeff Fisher as your coach,
that's management fault.
But that's my point. So you can't. How you gonna be successful when you got 11 11 up front playing a run? When now you have a quarterback that can run, now it takes the pressure off Le'Veon. And I keep saying Le'Veon, off Gurley. Now it's like, we got something. We saw what he could do. But again, the reason why Le'Veon can't be paid that, or they don't want to give him all that money, is because they know they're gonna have to pay AB. They might have to pay him again. They got other players that's coming up that they want to pay.
Pittsburgh just don't do that. Let's just keep it real. Pittsburgh is an organization that has been strict on how they distribute money, and he's been suspended twice, and he wants to get paid like a receiver and a running back because he is truly a receiver.
And a running back.
This is Marshall Faulk all over again when you kind of look at it as far as the receiving and the rushing.
I also consider that he's under they gave him the franchise tag for the second time.
Right.
So what happens a lot with players and especially running backs, that's why it's always a running back issue, is that if you're a first round pick, you get a 4-year contract, a 5th-year option, and then they can franchise tag you twice. Mm-hmm. That's 7 years.
Right.
That's
really your career.
Exactly. The biggest part of a running back's career is those 7 years. So, but he feels like he hasn't been paid his worth over the course of those 7 years. So he's trying to get money back.
Right.
But
I agree.
The way that, these players' contracts are set up, it's not conducive for players for teams to pay those players if they don't really have to.
And
especially running backs because they lifeline is not as long.
And that's why I understand what he's doing. He's trying to make that. And he's, like I said, he's not only doing it for himself.
He's trying to be Kirk Cousins, but it's close to impossible.
But I think he can. Exactly. But I think if he was with the right team, I think he gets it next year. If he goes to the right team, I think he gets it.
Because when you look at it, G, the run after they fall off quick. I mean, when you look at running backs in the National Football League, they're gonna keep using him. Remember, he had 406 touches last year. If he even comes back and play this year, and he can come week 10,
week 11,
he can play and then be a free agent for next year. They go work him. So they're saying, well, we'll let somebody else pay you all that money. Mm-hmm. We've gotten what we've needed out of you and things of that nature. But he's doing it for the running back fraternity, I'm pretty sure.
With him he's 26. A lot of teams, like, when you're 28, 29,
yes,
that's when, like,
right.
the other shoe can drop at any moment.
Right. No.
So
it's the truth.
At 26, they're like, the Steelers may be being, like, preemptive here. Was like, no, we're not going to pay him. Not long term, we'll pay him for this year, but what the players want, and this is what the NBA players do, they can sign those 1 or 2 year contracts. NFL players can't do that because you never know what's going to happen.
But before we move on quickly, they did offer him was it 4? What he wants? What?
Right, it was a slap in the face.
No, it wasn't that bad what they offered him because it was like $3 million. It was like
it wasn't nowhere near what Gurley was getting.
I think it was like 5 for 60 or.
But nobody expected Gurley to get that either, though. Like we
but again, if you paying for the value of the position, if he sets the tone, then hey, you got to pay the man too.
All right, so quickly, we have to get into and we got to get this quickly because we have to go to break. But the Atlanta Falcons this past Thursday, they played the Philadelphia Eagles and they lost in a close game, sloppy game at first. But a lot of people, especially here in Atlanta, well, everywhere, got on Matt Ryan. And they said he was to blame, he's this and that. Quickly, H.O., we want to get to the roots of this.
Again, I have to preface this by saying this is a team sport. I mean, it's a team sport. And the problem is that fans are very, very emotional when it comes to their own team or whatever the case may be when it gets to football season. And they always evaluate the result of what the problem is, but don't evaluate the root of the problem. Mm-hmm. So we see the result. We've seen the result of what the problem is for 2 years now. You can't score in the red zone, but you can move the ball down the field, but you can't score in the red zone. You're still having lapses on the offensive line or penalties because you had 15 of those for 135 yards. So you're not prepared to play. And this red zone thing has taken on a life of its own. But the root of the problem is this. Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff is responsible for preparing your team each and every year. My thing would be this. If you're preparing your team with all of these so-called weapons, then it's your job as a head coach and a general manager to do whatever it is that you need to do to position yourself the best way that you can. And it starts with not hiring a guy who is not familiar with the offense, and you telling this man to run somebody else's offense with no help and has no NFL experience.
Look,
no NFL experience.
Why I said this when they hired him, and when they said he was going to take over Shanahan, that they was going to do the same offense. That's the dumbest thing that I've heard, because first of all, your terminology is not going to be the same because it's a different coach. But yet still, why are we wasting our money getting this guy? I could have coached him. Yeah, let me be the OC. Let Matt Rod be a player coach then. If that's the case, like, why are you doing that? And I really think the reason why Quinn went that route is because they were so close to winning, and he was afraid that if they went and changed the scheme, it would set them back a few. And I think because of that, he didn't want to go that route. And I think he was nervous that it would set them back, in which it did.
The problem with that is Dan Quinn don't even understand offensive schemes himself, because he admitted of saying that he thought he can just plug and play with this offense that he has. And that's not the biggest problem.
But
that
how are you going to do that
have
with the guy who has no NFL experience?
Exactly. That tells you that he doesn't understand scheme. The biggest problem with the Falcons offensively is their scheme is bad.
It is.
And what I mean by scheme, for all those who say they know football and understand but really don't really know, is the planning of your opponent and how to attack them. We go end it on this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm finished with this. Think about this: Kyle Shanahan scripted the first 15 plays of every game. I don't care who the opponent was, based on his scheme. Find me an article. Tell me somebody who can tell me that Sarkisian has scripted any plays 5, 10, or 15 for the opponent. That gives you the difference right there.
That's it. And we just end it like this. We need to get a drop for this. Some old lady saying this. He needs who did he have to sleep with to get this job? That's what he needs. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cat Williams, and you are listening to 3 Point Conversion Radio.
Are you tired of limiting yourself from tasty food because you want to eat healthy? Well, Salad Express will fix that problem for you. Salad Express is a gourmet salad and grill restaurant that gives you multiple options to satisfy your taste buds and keep you healthy. They have over 40 toppings, which are all cut fresh daily, and 7 homemade soups, including chili. You can also order hot sandwiches and wraps, with choices like grilled chicken, steak, salmon, and shrimp, which can all be added to salad as well. Go ahead and visit them today at 1055 Mansell Road, Suite 600 in Roswell, Georgia. Your taste buds will thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kent Bazemore from the Atlanta Hawks. You're now listening to 3 Point Conversion.
No, I got playing, yeah. We are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Shout out to Salad Express and to Kent Bazemore. All right, so football won't stop, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday morning, which means it's time to talk some college football. Week 1, we saw a few surprises. We saw some teams win that we expected. We saw players that we didn't expect. It was a lot, going on. It was a typical college football weekend, especially week 1. But we're going to start off college prep rally with counterfeit team. I want to know, who was your counterfeit team? And when I say counterfeit team, the team that did win, but they really not that good. I mean, you know what counterfeit is. It could be look like it's a $100 bill. Looks like it, feels like it, but it's really not. Who was your counterfeit team, HO, for week 1?
I'm gonna go with the Maryland Terrapins, and I'm not saying that they're not that good, but we gonna see. Emotional win the first week. Over Texas for the second straight year. A freshman receiver had one of the biggest games, an awesome freshman game for the first game. Had 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing, and he actually threw a touchdown. But I want to see, with all of the things that were going on in Maryland, with the incident with Jordan McNair and things of that nature, I understood how they can come out and have an emotional win the first week.
Right.
Now they got to go to Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
And Bowling Green is one of those teams that's like, you don't want to overlook them.
Appalachian State.
Exactly. They one of those teams, right? You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if they're going to have an emotional letdown this week against a Bowling Green team. And they're actually 15 points favorite in this game at Bowling Green. So Bowling Green getting 15 points at home. So, I think Maryland right now, they're my counterfeit team. And they have to prove it to me that, for the second week. And I want to see if they're going to have an emotional letdown based on how they started last week.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because they can't, they were going to come out and play well and be great. But now everything's settled down. It's time to play football. Your emotions are not as high.
Yep.
Your adrenaline is not flowing like it was back then, like it was that day. Yeah, what we're going to do. Who was your team?
I talked about this team last week. I guess they're playing Southeast Louisiana this week, so maybe. But for the future, because they have Auburn the week after. And I'm talking about LSU. This team is not to be trusted. They came out and beat Miami, but Miami kind of beat themselves because
you down on Miami this year. And I get it. I get it.
You saw how they played last year, how they won games. You can't keep that up,
right?
And what changed this year?
Yeah,
nothing.
See, if that's who I always was saying last year.
And then with LSU, they came out and won. Like LSU has consistently put out great defenses. They always have a great defense, and they have a running back they can give the ball to 30 times. They never had a quarterback. Joe Burrow didn't do anything to impress me.
I would ask you, with all of the quarterback talk, and I know we got to run, you had Shea Patterson, going to Michigan, and then you got Burrows and LSU. Out of those two, which one did a better job?
That's tough. I guess you would. I mean, some people would say, well, the LSU won the game, so Burrow. But like I said, it should be easy for anyone to complete 60% of their passes on the college level. If you're a decent quarterback, he was like 11 for 24.
And then Shea went against a good defensive team. Also, I mean,
I felt like Shea Patterson went against a better team.
Yeah, Shea should have played better, but I still put that on coaching.
Yeah, but he put up 300 yards against Alabama twice.
Right. So that's why I put that on coaching.
I
put that on coaching. Yeah, I put that on coaching.
You can't get a matchup. Can't get a hall pass.
But you
that was a matchup thing.
Yeah, that's a khaki thing. That's Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, but you put that on coaching. My counterfeit team the USC Trojans. Oh. They beat UNLV, but you gave up 308 rushing yards. Like, let me say that again. You gave up 308 rushing yards in this game.
UNLV isn't known for running the ball or for anything.
HO might know.
What's up?
But you ask any other who's in UNLV, what running back?
Yeah, they
come on, man. And so
I know one player who went to UNLV, but he wasn't a running back.
Who, Larry Johnson?
Randall Cunningham.
No, I'm just messing with you. Greg Anthony? Right. I'm just messing. But look, so this is going to segue into the next this game I want to talk about. USC going up against Stanford. In Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
With me just saying that USC allowed 308 rushing yards. Now, true enough, we're more familiar with this team. We're used to playing them. It's a rival in a sense. But do you see Love gashing this offense, or because they're the more proto style, where we're just going to run the ball just heavy? Do you think they can duplicate that or even get close to that?
So are we going down the upset list?
No. I just want to talk about this game.
With this game, I just personally think USC just got the better athletes. I think at last week showed that there's a game plan and there's a blueprint to stop Bryce Love. Mm-hmm. 29 yards rushing. The Heisman. He was way above everybody prior, in the preseason. So I think there's a blueprint. USC has athletes. They actually had a freshman quarterback, Mr. Daniels. Is it JT Daniels? JT Daniels came out and performed decent.
He did pretty good.
Yeah, performed decent. And so I'm looking at USC to, kind of.
But we know Stanford. We know one thing: they don't have a lot of athletes like that out there.
Yeah, they basically the Wisconsin of the West.
Right, but they're more disciplined. You know what you're going to get. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play defense. And they're going to drive. It's going to be good. But my question is, with them playing who they are, and Stanford usually lose a game that they shouldn't have lost, maybe one more. It depends. This early, I don't see Stanford losing. I don't see them. You got this young quarterback in JT Daniels. I like him, but is he ready for Shaw?
I'm gonna do like Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my friend. Last year, game 2. Guess who Stanford played while they was ranked number 14?
Ooh.
USC and USC.
But was
42-24.
But last year, but I said usually, they don't usually lose early, but they always lose that game.
Oh, I agree with you. They don't. They start out. They're a fast starting team. But there was a buzzsaw last year that they ran into.
But USC were they expected to win last year?
They wasn't even ranked.
That's my point. So Stanford always lose to that team that they supposed to beat. But I'm saying they know about USC now. It's not that we got snubbed.
They going into this is what Stanford probably is saying. They got a freshman quarterback that we can probably expose. I don't know necessarily if USC revealed all of their weapons last week
against UNLV, right?
You see what I'm saying? But if they putting up 49 points without revealing any weapons,
true.
They telling you they got some repertoire.
But I think they had to show some of it because they were down. They was like, hold on, it's kind of getting to play right now.
Exactly.
So let's move to the next game. The Georgia Bulldogs, our Georgia Bulldogs. I'm not a Georgia fan though, but I'm saying as Atlanta as a whole.
Right, I understand.
They're playing South Carolina. Now, first of all, quickly, your thoughts on what you saw last week with Georgia.
Speed. in most speed. Matter of fact, I saw Godspeed. They were so fast on the end. The running backs, Holyfield, from poise, Justin Fields, poise, fresh. They got speed all over. Defense. 3 of the defensive starters didn't even play. Mm-hmm. I know they played Austin P. Shout out to my cousin David. But 45-0, they didn't reveal all of their things too. But they're going to run into a buzzsaw today. Mm-hmm. The front four of South Carolina is big. You got Bentley at quarterback. You got how you get 2 guys on your team named Debo at the same time. That's weird.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. Dowdo is the running back. Sweeney is the receiver. They got skill positions that they can match up with Georgia, but Georgia has depth, almost like the Georgia and the Alabama. Georgia could match up with Alabama last year from the skills position, but Alabama just had more depth. So this game looks like it's going to come to award nutrition, and South Carolina just don't have the depth. They always play Georgia well, and this is going to be a situation where you got Kirby against Muschamp, and personally, I just don't trust Muschamp.
But Bentley, quarterback for South Carolina,
Jeff Bentley,
he played well.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, he should. Coastal Carolina.
I don't know, man. But still, we just
Jake Bentley. I apologize.
Jake Bentley. Yeah, we didn't expect him to. I mean, we don't know about him like that.
He's a good quarterback. 4 touchdowns. Against,
I mean, both of them. Both of them. Georgia played Quick Trip University, and South Carolina played
Polk and Bean County, and all them.
McDonald Tech.
Right.
But they play each other now. I almost smell an upset, man. I just think that with Georgia being who they are, it's a new team. Now
lost 26 players.
They lost a bunch,
but they had a stable of horses waiting. That's the thing.
But are they true? But are they ready?
It's going to come down to what is Kirby can do.
Right.
Listen,
that's the key.
That's what can Kirby do and things of that nature, because you have, man, listen, if Georgia can run the ball, it's all a bit in the trenches. If Georgia can run the ball here, South Carolina say we can run the ball. But I think South Carolina got the better receiver, but I'm sure Hardeman will have something to say because he might be the faster dude in the SEC, bar none, period. It's going to be a great game. I'm picking Georgia to win, but I'm taking them 10 points from South Carolina.
So you got Georgia to win?
Got Georgia to win. I'm taking the 10 points, though.
Man, I think South Carolina might do it, but I didn't pick them as my upset, so I will say Georgia squeaks it out, and I got South Carolina. I have Stanford winning. So what is that spread? That spread was what?
6.
5, 6.
What you got now?
5.5.
Well, I called it at 6 last night. Hello.
Hey, well, Stanford, how they do. Actually, I think they're gonna beat them by 10. So
wow,
we'll see. All right, that wraps up our college prep rally. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Gary Payton. Y'all listen to 3 Point Conversion Radio. It's the bomb.
What's up, world? This is Vincent J, aka the Fantasy Guru, and here are your fantasy facts heading to week 1. Being this is week 1 of the NFL season, you definitely want to start your studs. But if you waited late in fantasy drafts and drafted quarterbacks like Jimmy Garoppolo, Big Ben, and Patrick Mahomes, who all have tough matchups on the road, you might want to consider picking up Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton. The Bengals improved the offensive line during the offseason, and with healthy targets and Tyler Eifert and John Ross joining with AJ Green, Dalton should be able to put up great fantasy numbers against the Indianapolis Colts Sunday. One player who I'll bench this week is Oakland Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch. He has a tough matchup at home against the Los Angeles Rams this Monday night. Last season, the Rams were not great against the run, but during the offseason they added some major players on defense. Lynch will also be splitting carries with Doug Martin, so I'm staying away from Mr. Skittles this week. My sleeper pick this week is Tampa Bay's running back Peyton Barber. He's playing on the road against the New Orleans Saints, which he ran for 71 yards and scored a touchdown last season. Now, he is the true bell cow, and with volume alone, makes him a really great play this week. Now, if you want to check out more fantasy facts and my ahs and ahs, make sure you continue to follow me on the web at the3pointconversion.com.
It's time to get in the mind of Mr. Controversy and the Intellectual with What's on My Mind.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And this next segment is What's on My Mind, and is brought to you by Sucker Free Life LLC. Make sure you live your truth for the world to see, because everyone can be sucker free. You can get that apparel on facebook.com/Sucker Free Life LLC. First time listening to the show, this segment is called What's on My Mind. And this is a part of the show where we get to talk about what's on our mind, what we, what's bothering us, what we don't understand, or what we like, what we don't like. Could be weird, wacky, whatever, but it's just that time where we're not interrupted and we get a few minutes to talk what's on our mind. So, this is what's on my mind. I'm going to talk Basketball Hall of Fame, and we saw the players that got in and the other people that got in. I can't name all of them, but shout out to Dino Raja, the young lady that got in as well. Katie Smith, yeah.
Tina Thompson,
that was my baby. Dino, that was my guy. But anyway, and we talked about Tracy McGrady, and we talked about Grant Hill both getting in, should have gotten in. Man, honestly, I just want to say this. I wondered what Grant Hill's career would have been like if he didn't get hurt. The thing about Grant Hill is Grant Hill is a stand-up guy. Grant Hill's a stand-up guy. Always was a good guy, calm. Except for that time when he slammed Alonzo Mourning on the floor and then dunked on him like the next play. Nash and stared him down. But he was a stand-up guy. But on the court, his game, and I know we've all heard, we say it was Scottie Pippen, then it was Grant Hill. To me, LeBron takes more after Grant than Scottie. I think Grant he was part of Scottie, how Scottie was, he facilitated, but Grant Hill was different. Grant Hill, he was the point forward, but he was a leader. Scottie wasn't that, but he was the point, he was a leader, the main scorer, main facilitator, like he did it all. And I just wonder if Grant Hill wouldn't have got injured, could he be top 5? Like, when he got traded to Orlando, just think about this. I brought up Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill. They were on the same team together. Now, how that would have worked, because Tracy is like that, point guard, I guess. You know what I'm saying? A point shooting guard or whatever, But when Tracy came from Toronto, he wasn't that guy, because they had a point guard. They had Muggsy. They had, so he was used to just give me the ball on the wing, I'm going to take it. So just imagine what that would have been what would have happened to their careers? Now, both of them are in the Hall of Fame. But would we say Grant Hill? Would we be talking LeBron James? Would we be talking LeBron James? How we talk about him now? Or will we always have to throw in Grant Hill's name when we bring up LeBron James? Grant can shoot threes, like he turned to a three-pointer later when he couldn't move, but for the most part, you couldn't stop him going to the hole. His 15, 20-foot jumper was wet. I mean, he could facilitate. He didn't make bad decisions. And like I said, we love LeBron because of what he does off the court. But I'm saying, and nobody will never be that, or we can't compare anyone to that. But I'm saying back then, I'm just talking about Grant now, but Grant was just that guy. He was just a very good guy. You know, nothing bad. Married, good life, not in trouble. But he was dominant. You know, like I said, this is on my mind. Just seeing him in the Hall of Fame, it's like, man, Grant Hill maybe would have been somewhere. I know he'd have been top 10, maybe top 7, because we hadn't seen anything like that at that time. And then I wonder if it just would have kind of took a little spark off LeBron's career because we didn't get to see Grant Hill flourish. That's what's on my mind.
I'm a Grant Hill fan because I'm a Duke fan, so I'm biased toward Grant Hill, obviously. And just to comment on something you said, the game looked easy to Grant.
Very.
If you saw him in Detroit, it was, he might be one of the best mid-range guys that we've ever seen.
You don't get credit for it
in the NBA because the focus is not on mid-range game because we stress it so far, to when they get off the bus, you got to guard somebody at this particular point in time. But the mid-range game, like you were saying, that 15-foot pull-up, money.
Mm-hmm.
Money every time. But let me get to what's on my mind. And I'm going to kind of make this a little quick. We talked earlier about the Steelers, O-line, allowing the family laundry to be put on blast, basically. And I think G mentioned this, and one of the offensive linemen was talking about where he makes 7 times more than I do. Then you look at the game Thursday night where the Falcons basically unpreparedly lost the game. And you hear comments like, well, we gave you $150 million, you should play better. Well, dumb, he actually got 100 guaranteed. But that's a whole nother story. The problem that I see, and as me and my cousin was smoking a stogie last night, as we always politic. Shout out to QMG Decatur. We talked about this code thing. How we don't even live by the code anymore. The code of ethics. And in that code of ethics, it is determined and understood that you don't talk about nobody else's pocket. Period. I'm not even gonna get into the psychological point of it as far as the money doesn't make you a better player. The money just put more expectations on you. I'm not even gonna get into that part. But I'm just talking about the code. In some jobs, do you realize that some jobs, if you discuss your salary amongst each other, you out of there. Folks, sports people, we got to take the time to look at this And we need to get back to living our lives with the code of ethics. Do not talk about nobody else's money, the purse. I'm sorry, because people talk about Serena purse. I guess I'll throw purse in there. I can just simply put it, even in Scarface, that the movie G hates. Tony Montana simply said, "No wife, no children." That's the code that we live by. And my whole point to it is stop talking about stop talking about people's money or their pockets. And to my main man, Machine Kelly, keep the family out your mouth as well. Let's get back to the code of ethics, and I think we'll live in a better place. That's what's on my mind.
Quickly, I just think that they broke the code, of course, like you said, when they did that. And now I wonder, how is that going to affect Le'Veon when he comes back? Now I think Le'Veon is going to look at this more so of a business now, because their family more so they probably make up later on in the season, during the season. But you don't talk about my money, bro. Like that because it shows. Are you jealous? And I understand what they were saying, because they were hurt. They were talking out of being hurt. It wasn't. I don't think they were just being jealous or anything like that. They were hurt. They're like, man, why are you not going to battle with us, bro? We didn't been through this. But they have to understand that goes out the window now, because it's the business part. This is
not to the media,
yeah.
Not to everyone.
Call him.
My thing is, go to Miami or wherever he's at, and you barricade him in. If they don't understand how to do it, you can call Mark Cuban. He'll tell you how to trap somebody in the house.
No. Call Doc Rivers.
Call Doc.
Oh, it was
CP3.
Doc.
All of them.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, CP3 and Doc Rivers. They'll show you how to trap somebody in the house. And you tell him, bro, let's talk about this. Let's man up and let's talk. Keep the public out of the business. And now it is more likely, in my opinion, knowing that this is how they feel. If I come into play now, I'm not sure if they go have my best interest on the field. Mm-hmm. If I come in week 11, at least I can finish the season without.
Right. They're gonna have to talk it over. They're gonna have to talk it
Please,
over. We're gonna take a quick break. They're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to.
You if Tomlin was smart, get everybody in. Let's go at it. For 2-3 hours, y'all go at it. Whatever y'all want, let's go at it. Let's clear this right now.
They need to sit down and have a stogie together.
Yeah, for real. Maybe something else. But all right, man. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
AM 1100. The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
What's good, family? I'm Marlon Sucker Free Jones, a Sucker Free Life LLC, and I'm locked in every Saturday to the best sports show on the planet, the 3-Point Conversion, where no team or no player is off limits. So let's talk sports, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and everything in between. Can you dig that?
No mercy, don't let up on him. Go hard on him, Mr. Controversy. Hit him with the stop it button.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. I'd like to thank everybody who's listening right now. Appreciate you listening. And even if you're listening as a podcast later on, you go back and listen to the show, we appreciate you. If you're on Facebook Live or you're watching on YouTube later on, we appreciate you, man. We always thank you for the support. Man, we thank you for the support. We couldn't do this without you all. And I also want to give a special shout out to a diehard Falcons fan. This guy supposedly supposed to be the biggest Falcons fan. And he's in a chair right now getting his haircut at Sinica's Barbershop. My man, Mike. What up, Mike? I see you, bro. You don't see me. Feel for you. Keep your head up, bros. On game one. Trust me, it's game one. Somebody had to lose. So, but anyway, it is now time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's get it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes, S-T-O-P, new word, I-T. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
The one you sent me.
All right, H.O., it's on you. What you got, sir?
It's funny, man. I'm glad you segued that way because, again, we're going back to the code. Mr. Josh Norman. Just talking about Kaepernick. Said that when the bullets started to fly, I was trying to figure out where he was, and he was ducking. The problem I have with that is you waited till the negotiation with Kaepernick and Nike to say it. Because the bullets been flying. So you couldn't say that when they were flying earlier?
Stop it.
Josh Norman.
Stop it.
Come on.
Stop it.
And then to say Malcolm Jenkins had a better plan.
No, he didn't.
Well, it's easy to plan when you can see the confusion in front of you.
No,
stop it.
Hold on. Michael Jenkins, man, they sold out, man.
Yeah.
Malcolm, them jokers sold out.
Probably be Michael, too.
Yeah, they were selling out.
Probably got a brother named
Right.
Michael.
They were selling out, and that's why Kaepernick and Eric Reed was like, nah, bro, like, you bugging. Like, this wasn't what we talked about.
Exactly.
And you go in there now is, yes, sir, yes, we can do that. Why don't we come together, man?
And then Josh Norman say, well, Kaepernick don't speak, don't talk, don't. Well, when he protested, did you hear him? It was peaceful.
What did you do? All right, so.
Anyway.
Speaking of that, my stop it goes to the NFL. This is after Colin got with Nike, right? So the NFL made a statement.
How convenient.
On social justice. The National Football League believes in dialogue, understanding, and unity. We embrace the role and responsibility of everyone involved with this game to promote meaningful, positive change in our communities. The social justice issues that Colin and other professional athletes have raised deserve our attention and action.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Yeah, they're breaking the record today with stop it. Y'all, what? I ain't even gonna comment on. I'm not gonna comment on that. That speaks for itself.
Now you see that there's a problem, and it's important to listen to what the players are thinking about outside of football.
That was one of them. When they saw it, they got to what? You see that? Hey, dress her up. Go, hurry up. Come on. We got to get a statement. That's what that was.
Right.
The NFL, dog. That's how they are. That's sometimes it just makes me not I want to rock with them sometime, man, with stuff like this. And it's all because what I hate about it the most, if NFL was just, I know some of the owners like that, but most of them, if the owners would just man up and just say what they want, I'll be cool with that. But they're not like that. The NFL owners, it's all about what can sell. That's all they're about. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Let me break down to y'all what's so dope about the three-point conversion. First of all, everybody is a fan of the game first. Second of all, everybody is a student of the game second. And third of all, we're the average sports fan just like everybody else. We're not coming in here, walking with our nose tipped high, acting nudie, acting brand new. This is a grassroots organization. Bar none. The three-point conversion, where fans' opinions matter. Be sure to visit the website, www.the3pointconversion.com. Get your fix, get your articles, multimedia, and everything else that you, as a sports fan, need. So again, the3pointconversion.com. It's where it's at, man, where fans' opinions matter.
Greetings, Barry here. The Real 1100 wants you to register to vote. Join us for our Be the Change Register to Vote campaign. Come on out Saturday, September 22nd, and enjoy music, refreshments, and a chance to meet some of your favorite Real 1100 show hosts and enter raffle giveaways. Be the change you would like to see. Register to vote with us September 22nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We can't wait to meet you. And remember, don't boo, vote.
Hi, I'm Cole Johnson of Cole Sports, and you're checking out the 3-Point Conversion. Keep it locked.
We are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Quickly. I mean, quickly. Miss Crystal, what do you have going on this weekend?
Oh, you know what's going on. One Music Fest.
Oh, yeah, the One Music Fest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's why she got her
glasses
there
on. Today.
Okay.
All day.
All day?
Not all day. After this.
Okay.
The rest of the day. There
okay.
You go.
What you got going on, H?
Family and football. FFS. Family, football.
I'm Stokey.
My man!
Dude, right here.
You already know.
I'm going to ask you to be a sponsor for the
Big Boy Cigars. Hey.
What you got, G?
I had to go home and pack.
You're not going to sleep?
Well, I can't sleep. I have to pack.
You moving?
First. Yeah.
Everybody moving. D moving. You moving. That's what's up.
Okay. My man.
Family, football. Nah, mine's family football. It's FFK. W. Family football.
Wings?
And win. Yeah. No, winning. Yeah, I thought I was talking about something else. Some people are like, what is? Because they was thinking about the Stokey. No, it's not like that.
I thought it was the kids.
No.
Okay.
But it's going to be family, though. They wouldn't include the family, but I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm chilling. Spend time with family, watch football. So
you got a little money on the game? That's what the wins? Yeah.
Nah,
Oh.
I might late. No. But look, speaking of football, it's time to talk to this NFL. Start up Sunday. Can't wait. Probably won't be able to sleep tonight because of that. That's how crazy it gets. This is Christmas for me. So, but HO.
Yo.
We're talking AFC.
Okay.
We talked NFC last week. We're talking AFC. We're going to run through it quickly. But you tell me, you know what? we're not even going to discuss AFC East. My question is, who you think coming in last?
From the East?
AFC East.
Jets.
I think Buffalo.
I think Miami.
Oh yeah, Miami. No, I think Miami's gonna be better than what everybody say they are.
Will be a little better.
I just think Gase being there, they have some players. They have Drake. I think Parker comes out. Devontae Parker comes out and he plays better. I mean, Tannehill's coming back. Tannehill's not bad. I mean, the defense is gonna suck, but I just think the Bills right now, it's like Le'Veon's probably not gonna have a good year. I'm not speaking that on him, but I mean LaShawn. Why I keep saying Le'Veon, LaShawn?
Yeah.
Because LaShawn McCoy, Shady, he's the only option. Now Peterman, if he comes out and right.
That might change my pick.
Right.
To Buffalo. But
yeah.
I just say the Jets, man, because
But I just think with Todd Bowles there and I don't know, this rookie quarterback, they might do something. I like Todd Bowles, and I like the fact that they're giving him another year. Like, he's safe. They're like, all right, so that's cool. But anyway, moving on. Let's go to the AFC North. Now, pretty much we're guessing that it's Pittsburgh's to take. Well, we don't know now what's going on with Bill, but Connor's good, though. I like Connor. But my question is, with Cleveland and Cincinnati and Baltimore, who comes? Well, first, Cleveland probably is the most interesting team, right? We agree with that,
they're
right? To watch.
We trying interesting team, yes.
Can they win 7 to 9 games?
5 to 6.
Look, they you ever hear the cliche, we take it one game at a time? They really need to do that. Just get one. Just get one. Then we'll worry about 6 or 7. Just get one first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's strong, G.
My upset pick for NFL. I know we're not doing that, but
you picking the Browns?
I got Browns upsetting Pittsburgh.
Hard.
You about to give me a stop? Hey, you had it.
Hard.
It's an upset. It's an upset.
Don't
do that, G.
Boy.
But,
riding in that car by yourself.
Let me explain why before you push any buttons. Let me explain why. It's week 1, first of all. No one knows what to expect. This is a totally different team, man. You got Todd Haley as the OC. And with Todd Haley being the OC, you know he's going to make some changes. You got a rookie wide receiver that's going to be playing that is a beast. He just can't keep clean or keep out of trouble. But he's on the field, so he can't get in trouble. He doesn't get in trouble on the field. And I'm talking about Antonio Callaway. Then you're still implementing Josh Gordon. You have Landry. Your running back core is not that bad. You got Tyrod. Man, and again, Pittsburgh's defense is not good like that. Just don't be surprised, man. Like I said, no disrespect to Connor. I think Connor's going to play well. But it's not Le'Veon. You don't have that guy that can catch 10 balls out the backfield and still get you 120 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. Don't be surprised. I will come back next week. Don't be surprised. And that's my upset, is that Cleveland beats Pittsburgh. It's a totally different team.
Yeah, on paper it is. It truly is.
But I know it's the Browns' mystique. I know what we see, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, but of course it's Pittsburgh. But I think Browns can win 7 games.
Sound like a hot take.
Eddie Powell, who's actually here in the booth with us right now, but he said that 7 wins for Cleveland is the ceiling, a 14-foot ceiling.
You know what's going to
Shout out to my man Ed, man, starting that new show this Sunday, baby.
Right. That's what's up. Yeah. We're going to have to have him on the show, talk Hawks, but all right. So now let's talk about the AFC West. It's changed drastically within the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
With a smile on your face.
Last week. So now, is it the Chargers to take, or is Kansas City still Denver?
I'm taking the Chargers. Denver's the most interesting team. I think Denver got a steal in the running back.
On Freeman?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Royce Freeman go put up big numbers. I think he's going to help Case Keenum in this situation. Not sure how their wide receivers corp looks, but I think Denver may be the most interesting, probably with the most pressure from John Elway not being able to solidify a quarterback. I just think the Chargers is theirs to take. I just believe that it's that time for the Chargers, and it
seems like it's that way every year with the Chargers, to where they seem like they have the most talent in the division, and then they start 2-6.
Right, and now you get
then they go 6-2.
Now Bosa not playing. I don't think the first week. So
it always something. Then they lose. Yeah. They'll lose a game off a botched field goal. Like, it's just something weird that they're in the game. They're winning the whole time.
I've heard somebody say, this has been Phil Rivers' entire career. Down by 6, 1 minute left, no timeouts. You're on your own 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make all these plays just to give his team a chance to win, and it's always an impossible situation.
Yeah.
Is he the modern day? And hear me out when I say this. Is he the modern day Dan Marino? And what I mean by that is you have a guy that's get yards, can throw his tail off. He's had running game, but for some odd reason, they could never win. It's not because of him. They could never win.
I mean, I can see how you can say that.
Yeah. Or just someone who's played for the Chargers before, Dan Fouts.
Yeah.
Dan Fouts. Yeah.
But he had
weapons.
Yeah. So Rivers ain't never had no weapons like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fouts had some true weapons.
So you saying Chargers?
Yeah.
I think Denver can come back and win this.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm telling you,
because that defense. Okay, it's not as great. They don't have Talib, but they still have the best defensive front. Man, you got Chubbs. You still got Miller.
Shane Ray.
You got Shane Ray.
Didn't something happen to him?
No, he good. No, he's playing.
He is playing. Okay.
You got Shaq. Man, you got so many players on that team that can rush that, and they're going to be fresh. And that's all it starts with.
Yeah.
It's a passing league. But like you stated, with Freeman, Royce Freeman that run his ball, I think he's going to take over. I think he's going to be well. Case Keenum, if he can play anywhere close, he don't have to be man. If he plays just like he played in Minnesota with those receivers,
right? Yeah, I
got Denver being a surprise team
and taking the division.
Okay.
There's those that may still believe that Sanders and Thomas are better than Thielen and Diggs.
Yeah.
Even though they're younger, but they might still think that they're better. So he may be in a better situation than he was.
And I think Kansas City is the most interesting team because we don't know. I mean, we know usually with Andy Reid, I don't care who you plug back there, Andy Reid going to get results. But
in the
Mahomes,
regular season.
That's what I'm saying, but in the regular season, you're right. But Mahomes is kind of like, I mean, you got stars. You still got Tyreek Hill. You still have Kareem Hunt, Kelsey.
Yeah, well.
But maybe Sammy Watkins turns into something.
No. Maybe. I mean, now you got somebody who can launch it, so that's what he does. But my thing is, big arm doesn't qualify you as a good quarterback. And being enamored with having a big arm like.
But it gives the Chiefs more options because Alex Smith isn't that kind of player. I mean, he threw the ball deep last year for the first 5 games, and when they were 5-0, then it didn't happen anymore.
Right. True.
I think the gunslinger mentality for Mahomes, though,
helps out.
Well, it's a double-edged sword because when he does throw that interception, you putting the defense back on the field, and that was the thing. Time of possession, running the ball was
with
the key
Alex.
to
Right.
Kansas City. But now the gunslinger mentality, you may score quick, which actually go put the defense back on the field again, and you may throw an interception. So the defense look for Kansas City defense to play more plays and probably get worn out.
Right.
If that's the mentality that you're going to go with.
Right. So now the AFC South, this is the division right here, the AFC South that we wanted to talk about, that this is like people giving it to Jacksonville. People want to say Jacksonville's running away with it. When quite honestly, Texans, they're that team also that what could happen? Because the Texans, defensively, I mean, they have some studs. I mean, of course, it all depends on what J.J. Watt does. But with Clowney playing the way he playing, and then you have somebody on the other side, if J.J. ever could get back to taking steroids, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. But if he could get healthy and he can play the way he was playing anywhere close with Clowney, then you get Merciless back.
Yeah.
Then you have that beast in the secondary that came from a team, Arizona Cardinals. Come on, man. You got Honey Badger there. And then, remember, they were hurt all last year. Cornerbacks were hurt. So all of them come back.
And also add in, offensively, they may have something that they've never had in the history of their franchise, a quarterback.
Right. A quarterback.
Right. Harbaugh, are you listening? But anyway, I like it.
Why you got to throw that in to Harbaugh? He had nothing to do with the NFL, bro.
Right, but the quote did. That's the thing. You got to figure it out. But I like Houston. I love listen, you said everything that needs to be said. I think Tennessee Titans are asleep in this division.
Me too.
I really think Tennessee Titans is asleep in this division. I think with the new coach, new offensive coordinator, they finally giving Derrick Henry the ball pretty much every down. And then Deion Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Deion Lewis. So you got the Thunder and Lightning. Their defense wasn't bad last year. Let's keep that clear. Tennessee, and I think Mariota got something to prove. He's looking at the situation with Jameis Winston not getting a lot of love. Didn't he come in with Jameis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can be that guy for that class that can say, this is my chance to take the helm. And I think with the offensive coordinator that they got, actually who the Falcons should have hired anyway, I think he puts Mariota in a whole better situation than he was last year. So the mix and the balance of the run game and the pass game, play action, and they running the zone blocking scheme, Tennessee to sleep of the division.
And I don't think that the Colts are like, if Luck can turn to, if he's, you just never
Luck
know.
needs some luck.
Yeah, he needs some luck, but you just never know. Like, they won't be 3-13. I can't see that. But Super Bowl picks quickly. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
I'm not even ready to pick no Super Bowl pick. But if I had to, I'm looking at the Chargers.
What you gonna wait till you see 8 games? Okay, now I'm gonna pick. You can't do that.
Yeah, okay.
That's cheating. That sounds like Dwayne Chambers is like, but go ahead.
I like actually I like the Chargers coming out the West.
Stop it. Why everybody for what? How?
Well, you told me to pick. I just told you. I tried to put it on hold.
Right.
Crystal, I tried to put it on hold, right?
I'm sorry.
He told me to pick, and then you don't like my pick.
All right, so you got Chargers?
I like the Chargers. I liked Atlanta last week until I saw it Thursday.
You got okay.
I'm gonna stay with the Falcons and the Chargers.
What does everybody see in the chart? Like, am I missing something? With the offensive, they the beast.
Hold on.
But
you like the Browns?
I don't like them coming out, but
But you like them to win.
No, I'm not saying Chargers not going to be good, but being a Super Bowl, like, how do they? I don't know. Everybody's picking them. That's what I'm saying. I don't see that. I'm
everybody is picking them,
yeah, I'm missing it.
Everybody is saying something.
I'm missing it. Go ahead. What you got, G?
I'm taking the Patriots out of the AFC until something changes.
Right. Okay. It's a safe pick.
Out of the NFC, I think this is the year that the Rams actually put it all together.
All right, I actually have Jacksonville going
versus the Bears.
No.
Oh.
I have Jacksonville playing the Falcons. I think Falcons gonna go. I think Falcons gonna get it together, and I think they get in.
Well, let's so appreciate that.
Keanu Neal hurts.
Somebody needs
Neal hurts, but just we're gonna go. But I'd say this: do they have enough guts to pick a certain safety named Eric Reed? That's all I gotta say. If they pick this certain safety named Eric Reed, which is he's with probably the owner that might do it. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back.
What's up, man? It's Meta World Peace. Shout out to the 3-Point Conversion Radio.
Are you tired of limiting yourself from tasty food because you want to eat healthy? Well, Salad Express will fix that problem for you. Salad Express is a gourmet salad and grill restaurant that gives you multiple options to satisfy your taste buds and keep you healthy. They have over 40 toppings, which are all cut fresh daily, and 7 homemade soups, including chili. You can also order hot sandwiches and wraps, with choices like grilled chicken, steak, salmon, and shrimp, which can all be added to salad as well. Go ahead and visit them today at 1055 Mansell Road, Suite 600 in Roswell, Georgia. Your taste buds will thank you.
Hey, I'm Diana Taurasi from the Phoenix Mercury, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion Radio.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy, H.O.
Yeah.
Miss Crystal Dayon, she might not say that much, but she's giving her 3 cents.
Saving up
what we
for the
saying.
one music fest.
And my man G. All right, so this is the weekend picks. This segment now, this is a new segment we're bringing up. It's called the weekend picks, where we're gonna we'll have our NFL picks and we have our college picks. But the college picks are not necessarily we're picking Stanford versus USC. No. We're going to have an upset of the week, and then we're going to have what is called the neighborhood watch. You ever know that the nosy neighborhood watch, I'm sorry. You ever had that nosy neighbor that's peeking out the blinds, and she's looking everywhere you go. She try to act like she's, you see it, she closes it real quick. Then like 10 seconds later, she's looking. In all honesty, you want this lady in your neighborhood because she knows everything that's going on, but she's peeping and looking at something like, well, who is this person? Who is this guy? This is what we're doing in college football. So first, we're going to go with the upset of the week. It's on you, sir. Who do you have?
Contrary to what you like, I actually like USC this week. They've beaten Stanford the last 2 times. Actually, they beat them twice last year. It was a closer game in December than it was in September. Mm-hmm. So if I'm looking at this in September, they won convincingly 42-24, and I think they're like 18-1 the last 19 games on grass.
Who?
USC.
So that's your upset?
It's my upset.
Okay. Wait, let me see. G, it's a 5-point. G, I gotta stop it. That's not an upset, man.
They
ranked 17th.
But they the underdog by 6.
That's not an upset.
They're 6. They're underdog by a touchdown. That's not enough.
You know what it is? College. That's all. If the spread is 10,
it's a rivalry.
That's
game.
even. My point. That's even.
Who's ranked higher?
Stanford. They 10th and USC 17th.
Exactly. So but Stanford is at home.
Okay. So but do y'all? To me, I look at that game.
I mean, it would be an upset if USC winning on the road.
I look at it as this is a closer. I mean, this is just going to be this is a big game. But okay, I still have them losing, so I guess
still have who lose?
USC.
See what I'm saying?
But anyway, right? All right. So my upset, and maybe give me a stop for this because it shouldn't be an upset because that's how bad they played. I got Pitt upsetting Penn State.
Penn State?
Yeah,
Stop it.
Yeah, how's that a stop it? They right. Pitt is not ranked. Pitt.
So?
How's that a stop it, man? Pitt is not ranked. Penn State is ranked number 13. Well, because of that reason, that's why I have them losing Penn State. I mean, Pitt right now, Pitt always plays them tough, but Franklin really they're gonna have to depend on Franklin's coach because they lost their best player. Besides their best player, they really weren't talented like that. You know what I'm saying? Athletic wise. And I mean, true as Appalachian State, you know how they do. But still, just I just think Pittsburgh is going to upset Penn State. That's my upset. All right, so I can't believe I got to stop it for that, but USC doesn't get to stop it. Okay, that's crazy. You lucky I don't control the stop it button anymore. All right, so your nosy neighborhood watch. Who is the player?
Bryce Love, 29 yards last week. Awful game. Obviously, the whole family looking out the window to see what he gonna do this week. Not just the old lady. I think she got the peanut gallery, the tea party folks, the candy cane group. I mean, everybody trying to see, is he gonna lose this Heisman race this early in the season? And he playing against the athletic USC team. So hey, you got to watch this. Mm-hmm. If nothing else, you watching this game to see if Bryce Love can get back on track.
Well, like I said, for him to get 300, for UNLV to go 308 yards, you really watching like, bruh, you might as well. But again, because they play that pro style, it's easier to stop. But golly, you get gas with 308. Love better do something today.
Yeah, got to.
He got to. He got to. My nosy neighborhood watch, who I'm peeping through, I got to look for Haskins.
Not a bad.
Ohio State quarterback. And the reason why, yes, I think they're playing
Rutgers.
They're playing Rutgers? Okay. Yeah, so it's not it's a Big Ten, but it's not. I thought they were playing.
They're independent school.
Yeah. Are they independent Rutgers? Stupid. They should be her.
Of the Big Ten. I mean, y'all can hang out with us, but we're not putting you on the list.
They're independent her.
Exactly.
I don't know why they're in the Big they're
messing up New Jersey.
They're messing up our stock. That don't even make sense.
Money.
Yeah.
That don't make sense. Money. But either or, I just want to see if he could duplicate what he did last week. I mean, Oregon State, and you put up 77 Oregon State is in the Pac-10, and they're not like Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Oregon State is good.
They're kind of the Rutgers of the Pac-10.
No, they're not.
They might be worse than Rutgers.
They might no. As far as the state,
well, I'm saying I'm not saying that like Rutgers is better than them, but they're in the cellar.
I'm not saying they're good, but this is a Division I formidable team. This is a team.
Bro, they might put up 90 points a day.
Bro, you think they would put? But did you think Ohio State would put 77 on them? No.
Yes. Have you seen the Ohio State team?
I didn't see it coming like that.
Okay. What's the over and under in this game? I can guarantee you they get that by themselves.
I expected them to win 30. I think they're about 35, right?
No, that's the spread.
The spread is 35.
Yeah, the spread is 35. I'm talking about the over.
The over-under?
Yeah.
60.
They'll get that.
Yeah. But I want to see
they'll get that.
I want to see if this quarterback is going to can he duplicate what he did, you know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the best quarterback Meyer has had since Tebow.
Yeah, so I want to see. So now, quickly, let's go over our picks. We have on the NFL. NFL, we're going to start off actually with Jacksonville versus the Giants first. Who do you have?
The pick, who win, or we picking against spread?
Yeah, who wins?
I think the Giants win.
You got Giants beating the Jacks? The Jags?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that don't really impress me.
What is it that you see with Giants beating the Jags? Like, quickly, what?
It's at New York. They got a running back. They have Odell back. They have a tight end. They have one of the best offensive line. They have a secondary. Blake Bortles is Jacksonville's quarterback.
True.
I mean,
we're talking. I'm just saying, offensively, going against the Jags.
I think that New York has something to prove in this division based on how they started last year and finished. Based on their season last year, I think the Giants have something to prove.
But you don't think that they're more hungry, Jags?
No.
I think
the defense is there for the Jags, but because New York has all of their weapons healthy, that the Jags, I mean, yeah, you can double team Beckham, but
they don't need to. They don't. I think Beckham will get his, but I don't think you need a double team.
But Shepard, Ingram, Barkley, they will be able to make enough plays for the Giants to win.
Let me clear this up real quick so he can understand what's going on, right? Hunted versus Hunter. Feeling comfortable, feeling uncomfortable. The example is, how comfortable do you feel when you have to look for someone?
But I feel you. No, I feel that, but I don't think the Jags are comfortable. I think they're hungry. I think they smelt it and they felt like
right. But this is my point. Now that the Jags are being picked to win the division, people are looking for them now. They are the hunted. Mm-hmm. So people are looking now. We play the Jaguars. I'm gonna check that out. So when somebody is looking for you, how comfortable are you?
But the thing is, I don't think that they're looking for Jags. I think they're like, man, we play the Jags. Look,
nah,
this defense right here.
Nah,
But all right, so
I'm taking the Giants.
I got
you took the Browns over Pittsburgh.
I got to no. I'm just saying when you, I got the Jags. I think the Giants. It's gonna be close, but I got the Jags. I think
on the road.
On the road.
Okay.
All right, KC versus LA versus LA Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers. Let's go, Phillip. I ain't talking about Captain Phillips either. Phillip Rivers.
I'm with you. I got the Chargers winning. Yep. I got the Chargers winning. And the Houston Texans versus New England Patriots in New England.
I got New England to win the game, but I got Houston to cover the spread. So I had to throw that in there.
I have New England losing. I think last time Deshaun Watson was there, and this is before he even knew what he was doing, he made it close, and
it was a shootout.
Yeah, they should have won. They had a chance to pick off the ball and everything, and they didn't, when Patriots was coming back. But that defense is there. Like I said, if they're healthy, I got Houston surprising New England. This is game 1, so.
Right.
All right, y'all, so that's our picks. We're going to book it. We're going to keep count, especially for the NFL throughout the whole season. I guess we'll pair heads with D Intellectuals.
Right.
So,
yeah, tell them to email this pick. Don't wait till after Sunday.
Right. So, I know, right? So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Sports Roundtable. Ric Flair or Floyd Mayweather, who has the most swag?
Two things. When you transcend race and the African Americans get behind you with woo, woo, and allegedly you sleep with Halle Berry, woo, drop the mic.
Catch Sports Roundtable every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWE 1100 AM and SRTradio.com.
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? It's the 2018 Battlegrounds champion, Damian Adams, from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, you can catch my show weekly on the 3 Point Conversion station on Spreaker Radio. But for right now, I'm doing what everybody else should be doing, and that's listening to Mr. Controversy and The Intellectual in the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
You're back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge with Mr. Controversy and The Intellectual.
We are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. I promise you, Battlegrounds is coming back. It's time for sports. A lot going on. We like to make it relevant with what's going on. So, but anyway, HO here with me.
Man,
talking.
I love it, man. Shout out to my main man, The Intellectual, man. Hope you got some good folks helping you out today.
Now, he said he going solo, so he ain't.
Oh, shoot.
But he don't have that much. He he said he's good. He's
back brace.
Yeah, said he got the whatchamacallit. So the God, I can't. Dolly. So he's good. So who might need a dolly?
Ha!
Are those Atlanta Braves?
Man.
2-game lead, right? I think it's 2-game lead now. They lost
2.5.
2.5. They lost last night, and the Braves, Phillies, they won.
Yeah.
They can't play around with this. And HO, I want you to talk. What do you think is the problem? Like, let's be real. We at home, right. The 3 Point Conversion, what we love to do, we love to tell the truth and shame the devil. Talk about it, sir.
Well, let's be clear. I am probably the number one Braves fan in Atlanta. So I'm going to take my emotions and set it to the side for a moment.
Don't do why?
Yeah, I have to do it this way.
Okay.
Every time the Braves go on a winning streak.
Hey, you remember you said your emotions?
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
but
making sure.
I got you. Every time they go on a winning streak with starting pitching, Camargo is doing this thing. They move Ronald Acuna to the leadoff spot. You think that they are about to get to that next level. So you would easily say Snitker would be the manager of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So after you do that for a while and you got Fultonevich and Sean Newcomb, your best two pitchers, they come up, they pitch great games, and then you go to the woeful bullpen.
Woeful.
Yes. woeful bullpen. So this is the problem. And Fulton Nevich pitched a heck of a game the other night. Snick took him out of the game with a total of 87 pitches going into the 7th inning.
So, can I stop? I want to ask questions.
Exactly. So, I'm sure you were going to stop me there.
Is it because, because you can't, right now, you can't be sure that you're getting in, so you need to pitch him. But do you think he was thinking, I want to save my...
Baseball has changed. Baseball need to get back to baseball.
Right.
The reason why all these Tommy John surgeries are happening is because the pitchers are not geared and trained to pitch 9 innings. They're trained to pitch 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to work your arm. You can't take a pitcher and take him out of the game with 87 pitches. Back in the day, we talking about 120, 130 pitches for the whole game.
What you saying?
So, and the problem is, and we talked about this earlier in the season. We was talking about how baseball has changed. Do you know that the Tampa Bay Rays went into a series with the Braves saying that they're going to go bullpen by committee? They went backwards. They didn't start the starting pitcher. They started the bullpen and worked their way back that way.
Like, teams are always looking for ways to, like, save their bullpen or to save their starters. And
it's crazy.
You know, like you look at the Royals, they won a World Series, but they would go with the guy, their starter would go 5 innings, and then they would have 4 different guys pitch an inning to finish the game.
That's different when your bullpen is just that crazy, but
some, well, maybe they were fortunate to have that, but the previous regime or whatever, the old school way was that you would have a guy who would go at least 7. And every team had a couple of guys who could go 9 every single time.
Exactly. So you go 7, you got a setup man from the right side, a setup man from the left side, then you have a closer. If he can't get to the 9th inning. But in today's game, this is what this is. So this is the Braves' biggest problem. That's why they can't extend their lead, because they're having bullpen issues. So you say, well, Snick, maybe you are the manager of the year. Then when the bullpen gives up the game, then you say, nah, maybe you should not even sign your extension for next year. So that's what the problem is with the Braves. The bullpen has been a problem, and unfortunately now you have blown the confidence. What does that do for the confidence of a starting pitcher, knowing that you took me out with 87 pitches, I had a lot left in the gas tank, I'm up 3-0, and then you blow the game?
That's why I'm about to go back and start covering out of the Braves this season. I need to. I know we've been busy, the 3-point conversion, but because we need to ask that question and not just ask, what was your thinking and taking him out? No, it needs to be, he only had 87 pitches.
Right.
Your bullpen's been pitching horribly. Let's be real. What was going through your mind when you took that? Just be real. Like, what? No,
and then your starting pitcher end up with Tommy John, so then what you going to say? Because you didn't allow him to use his arm to pitch.
So, quickly,
I got something else on the Braves, too, real quick.
Go ahead.
Not breaking news, but you only heard it here first. Let's just say that. There have been a rumor that the Braves are in talks with Anaheim Angels center fielder Mike Trout.
Stop it. What?
The package would be Ender Inciarte, Sean Newcomb, the Braves' number 2, 3, 4, and 7th prospect for Mike Trout, who has 2 years left on his current deal after this season.
Would you do it? Would you do it?
Stop it.
Would you do it?
I'm going to have to smoke a stogie on that one and think about it.
Woo! Because look.
So that means you're giving up Cal Wright, Ian Anderson, third baseman Austin Riley, and Tuca Toussaint. I don't know if I let Tuca go.
But not
this. You're getting Mike Trout,
the best player in baseball.
And you got Ronald Acuna.
And look, now he might sign because now he's in baseball. This is a big market.
Boy, listen, it's something to think about. But while we're here, I told you at the beginning of the show I had something for you, and this is it. So that relates to the Braves. Something to talk about. I guess we can chop it up some more.
Yeah, we're gonna close on that. I was gonna ask about the Dodgers and Manny Machado.
Well, they're not gonna beat Colorado. Colorado got too many sticks.
Yeah.
End of story. They made a good effort, but I think Colorado has the better team. They got some great pitching. They bullpen is decent, but I think too many sticks. Arenado and Ian Desmond, they just Trevor Story. He hit 3 home runs the other night.
He always did.
I mean, that's
wow.
Too many sticks in Colorado, and because they came in Atlanta and swept the Braves, and that's one of the games that Fultonevich again got taken out of the game with the lead, and they was 1 strike away, and AJ Minter gave up the game. So I'm going with the Rockies.
All right. Yeah, me too. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune into this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at tunein.com
or your app store.
Hey, this is Brittany Griner from the Phoenix Mercury, and you listen to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, and if you're hearing this, you know what it means. It means it's time to let you all go, but before we let you go, we want to give a couple of shout-outs. You might be one of them. We're going to make this quick so G don't give me a whooping. So, look, I want to thank Almighty God for giving me this opportunity and this platform to do what I do, talk my stuff, make you all happy, mad, upset. Want to get me to stop it. But
Stop it.
I think he meant that a different way too. But but still, I just thank God, man. This is a dream come true. This is the part of the dream. I say this is the first part of the dream. You know, next coming. So, but either or, like I thank God for that. I want to thank everyone who listened. I want to thank G, of course. I want to thank Miss Crystal Dayon for doing what she does, and I want to thank my co-host, Mr. H.O., for filling in and doing what he do, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to the 3-Point Conversion Lounge and everybody on Facebook and everybody who tuned in today. It's a pleasure to come in and talk sports on a Saturday morning, especially when I can make my own coffee instead of going to that other establishment who runs out of almond milk early in the morning. But anyway,
I want some Dunkin' Donuts today.
Listen, Crystal Dayon, she does a wonderful job in what she does. I hope she has fun tonight or today at the One Music Fest. G, of course, the man who holds the ship together and breaks it all the way down. The man been watching that college football. That's all I can say. So
I cannot believe it.
He's doing his thing. Hope the move goes great for you today. And that's all I got, man. Tune in to the Sports Roundtable each and every Wednesday, 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you tune in to Game Time Radio. New show, my main man Ed and the crew will be on from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ed should have came in here, man.
Yeah.
But also, man, I still ain't got the invite to the SRT. But anyway, I want to...
Give him a stop it, G. Please.
I want to thank
I
want to thank my family and friends, beautiful wife, children, cousins, aunties, uncles, nephews, nieces, play cousins, play uncles, all of that. And everybody who supported us, man. We thank Sucker Free Life LLC. We thank Seneca's Barbershop. We thank Salad Express, Courtney Harden for coming in, Vincent, the Fantasy Guru, for giving us fantasy facts, LA Broadus, who else? Derek Branch. Thank everybody, man. Everybody I didn't name. Appreciate you all. Continue to watch us. Love family. Eat good. Watch football. Watch football. Football started, boy, y'all. But anyway, till next week, same time, same show, same crazy host, same sports nonsense. Will you miss me? I'm out. Peace.
Later.
You just got done listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts at the 3-Point Conversion. And also make sure you check out our website, the3pointconversion.com. Be sure to follow us live and listen every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.